Okay, let's get started. Breaking news. Breaking news. Hi, I'm Bill. We'll get to the breaking news in just one moment. Hi, I'm Bill, and welcome to the channel. Yes, we've got some breaking news. It's official. I just purchased the Selkirk Labs Project Boomstik Elongated. You know, I demoed it, played with it some down at the hub in Silicon Valley. We used it, demoed it up at the hub in Alameda. Clearly, I was taking a liking to the Yola Ben Johns Hyperion Pro V4, 14 millimeter. But also, I saw some similar characteristics between the Yola and the Boomstik that I was using. Now, I was using the wide body shape when we were demoing it, and I've decided to go with the elongated version to get that little bit extra reach. And I've been playing with a lot of elongated paddles over the last couple of years, including my Joysent Halo X5 16 millimeter paddle, which is still, in my mind, a phenomenal paddle for under $50 with our discount code, which we have placed in the video description if you'd want to check out that paddle. But clearly, the Boomstik is a pricey paddle. But my thoughts and Lori's thoughts on that, you know, if we take a look here, I've used and purchased different Selkirk paddles. And one thing I've always felt about the Selkirk paddle was that they were well constructed. And I thought they played well. And at the time, you know, my game level was in the process of improving. And power in a paddle was not as important. You know, the Lux Control Air was a great paddle for more control. The Selkirk Power Air, which I forget which one this is. This is the thinner one, and then they came out with the Amped Power Pro. Each of those paddles I thought were very good paddles, and I really enjoyed playing with the Connor Garnett paddle. And so for me, going with Selkirk was, you know, not going with an unknown manufacturer. Got plenty experience around their paddles. But, you know, this one caught my attention. I have been playing with the Carbon True Foam Genesis, the Carbon 2. It's a standard shape paddle foam core. And the Boomstik is a foam core paddle. And so I'm just checking my camera here. So, you know, I don't think it's a pricey paddle, you know, and but again, I'm have an expectation that the quality is going to be there, and I have spent some time on the wide body, and clearly it's well constructed. Limited lifetime warranty on the paddle, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable with the discount code I used. I'm getting a gift card, so they don't really knock something out the price, but they do provide you with a gift card for future Selkirk purchases, which is kind of nice. So that's money in your pocket in a sense. And so, and what I'm, the specs of the elongated, how do I get that? Here's the specs. You know, again, what I liked, I'm comfortable with the 8.0 to 8.3. My Joysent Halo X5 is actually 8.3 ounces. It feels comfortable in my hand. And so this should be in the 8.0 to 8.3 ounces as far as static weight. It has a grip length of 5.8, which I found attractive because now that I'm working on developing a two-hand backhand drive, that little bit extra length in the paddle I'm thinking is going to pay off. The grip circumference at 4.25 is fine for my hand size, so there's nothing there. The swing weight is 118. Okay. The wide body has a lower swing weight, but that's okay. I can deal with that. And the twist weight is 7.2. And again, the wide body has a little bit higher twist weight, but I'm fine with that. And it's a 16 millimeter core thickness, and I think as more and more foam paddles come to market, that thickness is not going to mean what it might have meant for the Gen 3 paddles that have the polymer or honeycomb core type construction. And it's, again, limited lifetime warranty, and Selkirk rates it as follows: 10 on power, 10 on spin, 8 on control, and 9 on the sweet spot. The wide body is supposed to have a 10 on the sweet spot. Typically, when you move to a standard size or standard shape or wide body, typically you can expect a little bit bigger sweet spot. But yeah, breaking news. And part of what drove it is, again, having demoed the paddle, at least the wide body version, get an idea how much pop is present, which I think I'll be able to control and use to my advantage. In particular, this morning during our normal warm-up, Lori and I drilled this morning, and we generally dink for 30 minutes, maybe 45, sometimes up to an hour. And I started this morning, since we were at our local courts at the Elks Lodge at San Mateo, I pulled out my Carbon 2 Genesis True Foam, and right away I found myself, you know, having been using the Boomstik, the Yola 14 millimeter Hyperion Pro 4, and yesterday using the 16 millimeter Hyperion Pro 4. When I started thinking with my True Foam, which it's not been getting a lot of attention because shortly after I got that, I got the Joysent Halo X5 to try out from Joysent, and I was actually favoring that because I wanted to find out its characteristics in that. But anyway, I took my Carbon 2 Genesis out this morning because that's all I had, that and the Halo at the court. And I found I had to push more paddle movement on the dinks, that I was missing the pop that I was getting used to playing, demoing the Boomstik and the Yola. And so what did I do? I went back to my bag and I got out my Joysent Halo X5, which again has a nice amount of pop, and I actually put my Carbon down and used the Joysent. Now, later in the drill session in the morning, we were working on forehand drives and backhand drives. I got my Carbon 2 out. It, you know, I think when I get the boomstick, I'm going to be able to do a more detailed comparison between two core foam, two foam core paddles, and talk a little bit about the differences in maybe power and pop and those type of things. But yeah, Selkirk says in about 6 to 8 days. Lori's going to be heading out the door here shortly for 3 weeks in Japan with some of her girlfriends doing that trip. I was going to go to Japan, but I decided not to go. I changed my mind, and we're going to plan a trip for the spring, Lori and I together, because I was going to go on my own to Japan, and I decided, okay, maybe that's not the best thing. Maybe I can spend that time, since the airfare was fully refundable, working on developing my pickleball game a little bit more. So, anyway, if you want to follow along, once I get the boomstick and start working with it and start drilling with it and actually doing competitive play, my next big competitive play is a round robin men's 3.0 rotating partners, and that will be on November 5th at the hub in Alameda. So I'm hoping to have enough time on this boomstick, the elongated one, so that I've made whatever adjustments I may need to make across the different shots. So when I go into that competition, the paddle will be more comfortable to me than if I just went into the competition cold with the a demo paddle, let's say. So yeah, it's a bit pricey, but I think given the quality, my experience with the quality of Selkirk paddles in the past, the fact that it is a foam core and not a type of core that the Yola Pro 4 models have that may still be prone to core crushing, I said, having demoed the boomstick versus the Yola, not any significant difference in the two in my mind. So why not go with the foam core and take any prospect of potential core crushing that may occur with the Yola, even though they have a very good support program. If it does core crush, you can return it. They send you a new model and those type of things. I figured, yeah, just go with the elongated. So, if you have any questions or you are playing with the boomstick currently, drop a comment. How do you like it? What are your thoughts? And then I'll be out on the court again with the Titan 1 ball machine as my drill buddy, really going through all the various shots that I need to have available to me when I play actual rec and competitive play. So if you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, maybe we'll see you on the courts.